What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. So in this video I'm going to be discussing the recent press screening that took place last night regarding the next chapter in John Krasinski's what seems to be becoming a series now, with the release of A Quiet Place 2 being right around the corner. The official press screening, or one of the official press screenings, was last night in New York. Several critics were present, and the first reactions from this press screening have started to spread out online, and it seems like John Krasinski has crafted a rarity in the horror field, sci-fi horror field, if you will. A Quiet Place 2 is apparently the sequel, is a very good sequel, and everybody has just been praising it, so I wanted to discuss that here in this video today. And if you're a fan of A Quiet Place, what I want you to do is already just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you've been anticipating this sequel, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, because I'm pretty sure this news and some of these reactions are going to just make you even more excited to see the movie when it comes out in the next coming weeks. So getting into one of the reactions right now, Mike Ryan tweets out, "A Quiet Place Part 2 is tension, the movie. I have a stomach ache now from how tense this movie is. Also, this turned out to be a surprisingly great Cillian Murphy movie. He is starring in the film. I love that actor. I've liked him, been a big fan of his work. One of my the one that I love the most about him more recently over the last couple of years has been Red Eye. If anyone is familiar with that movie, then you know what I'm talking about." Getting to some more reactions here. Let's see, we have so from Eric Davis. He tweets out, I'm not gonna say that word. "A Quiet Place Part 2 rocks. Honestly, just as tense and terrifying as the first one. There are some sequences in this film that are a masterclass in suspense. Bravo at John Krasinski. So good, so emotional too." So again, just everyone praising this film for apparently being very suspenseful, just like the original one. For anyone who's familiar with The Quiet Place, and if you were a fan of the first movie, you know that John Krasinski really knocked it out of the park with his direction and creating a very tense and stressful environment for such a for the area that he worked with. He did an amazing job. The first film, I loved the first film. The first film was very tense. Everything, I feel like everything for what he's going for is kind of like a metaphor of sorts for growing up and parenthood, and us making promises to our kids, or parents making promises to their kids. And I just really like the dynamic between the family, and Emily Blunt's performance in the movie was absolutely incredible, and apparently she knocks it out of the park here too, because I've seen some people tweeting out how Emily Blunt is like a standout in the film, so I'm looking forward to that. But getting into another reaction here from Stephen Weintraub. "Quiet Place Part 2 is a great sequel that expands the world. Had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. Movie is an hour and 45 minutes, and when it ended, wanted more. Is it too early to talk about A Quiet Place 3? I would say it is a bit too early to talk about A Quiet Place 3, because originally, if I'm not mistaken, John Krasinski didn't even want to come back to do a sequel. He thought doing a sequel wasn't necessary, and it kind of be a little bit of undermining the first movie. The first movie to him was just a one and done. But the demand from Hollywood, and of course just fan response and the reception he got, clearly got to him, and he's back, and he's clearly knocked it out of the park again. So and then here's another one from Ben Meckler. "A Quiet Place Part 2 is the rare sequel that exceeds the original in nearly every way. A gorgeous film. My heart is still pounding. Glenn Marks, who played the baby in the first film and returns for A Quiet Place Part 2, gives a landmark performance without even a single line of dialogue." So that tells me a lot. I'm going to be paying attention to the baby in this movie. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the baby, since apparently he has like some standout performance. Now, what I've also wanted to talk about is how people are pointing out that Millicent Simmons, her performance is getting a lot of recognition. Her and Cillian Murphy, Millicent is getting praise for her performances. Apparently she becomes like, they've been comparing her to Ripley from Aliens. I got to see what they're talking about definitely when I see this movie, but this makes me very excited. I was already looking forward to A Quiet Place Part 2. How do you guys feel about these reactions? Are you now even more excited about A Quiet Place 2? Were you expecting this? I can honestly say I was expecting a good reception, but I have yet to see any single negative review. I expect, because the premiere for the film is taking place on Sunday, so I expect on Sunday Sunday night after the premiere in New York. We'll probably see some more reviews trickling in, and maybe we'll get some negative ones. But the actual embargo itself, that's not going to be lifted until March 17th, which is the day after I will be seeing the movie. I'll be seeing the movie for myself at a early screening with some members of the press on March 16th. Before it is out, so I'm really looking forward to that, seeing the movie early before everyone else. So I'll definitely share a review of the movie on my channel. Rarely do I do movie reviews now on this channel, only for the big ones now. So of course I'll be doing one later in the year for Halloween Kills, and I'll make sure I'll do one for A Quiet Place as well when I see it this coming in the next coming weeks. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to A Quiet Place 2? Do these reactions make you even more excited? Were you already excited? What do you think everyone is talking about when they say the movie expands on what was already done in the first film? What do you feel is going to be breaking ground here? What do you think we're going to find out? What do you think some of the new twists and turns are going to be? What do you think is going to be Emily Blunt's fate? What do you think is going to happen with her children? Just let me know that down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the description, I'll have links to all my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there to let me know if there's any movies, news, or reviews you would like me to cover in the future. And then also, with that in mind, guys, again, in the comment section, I'm going to continue to leave a link to the Facebook group. Join this Facebook group if you want updates regarding Jeepers Creepers, and just to talk to people who are also subscribed to the channel and just discuss horror. I'm always willing to have new members. I basically accept everybody who requests to join. So join that group if you want any updates on Jeepers Creepers. I will be having another Jeepers Creepers video out in the next coming days. But with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.